The hum was the first sign. A subtle vibration that resonated not in the station's metal bones, but within Dr. Aris Thorne himself. It was a frequency he couldn't place. A note that seemed to emanate from the void beyond the observation deck's reinforced glass station. Theseus, his home, his prison, his sanctuary, floated silently in the black ocean. A tiny spark of human ingenuity against the infinite canvas of the cosmos. His mission was simple. Monitor subspace fluctuations in a sector deemed anomalous, but ultimately harmless, for 5 years. Thorne had diligently recorded data, finding nothing but the predictable whispers of gravitational waves and the occasional burst of distant radiation. Now, this hum, it started subtly. A phantom vibration that he initially dismissed as fatigue. The isolation had taken its toll, blurring the line between reality and imagination, but the hum persisted, growing stronger, resonating deeper within his skull, until it became an undeniable presence. A discordant symphony played on the strings of his sanity. Thorne found himself drawn to the observation deck, compelled to stare into the star-dusted abyss. He was not simply observing anymore. He was listening. The universe, he realized, was not silent, it was singing. A song of creation and destruction, of wonders and horrors. A song that was now being tuned directly into his mind. The second sign was the map, not a map in the conventional sense, but a series of complex equations and geometric symbols that appeared superimposed on the readings. From the station's advanced sensors, it manifested subtly at first, flickering in the corner of his eye, a glitch in the system he couldn't quite resolve, but as the hum intensified, so did the map's presence, growing more defined, more insistent, until it dominated the sensor displays, overlaying reality with its alien geometry. Thorne, a man of science, a pragmatist trained to trust empirical data, found himself confronted with something that defied all logic and reason. The map wasn't of stars or galaxies, nebulae or black holes. It depicted something else, something beyond human comprehension, a structure that existed outside the known dimensions of space and time. It was a map of the unmappable, a guide to the uncharted territories of the cosmos. A place where the laws of physics dissolved into chaos and the very fabric of reality frayed at the edges. It spoke to a hidden order, a cosmic architecture built on principles far removed from human understanding. A terrifying glimpse into the true nature of existence. He tried to dismiss it, to rationalize it as a malfunction of the station's systems, a side effect of prolonged exposure to deep space radiation. But the map was too precise, too intricate, too intentional. It felt as though it was deliberately being presented to him, as though he was being chosen to unravel its secrets, whether he wanted to or not. The third sign was the dreams. They began subtly, fragments of disjointed images and unsettling sounds, whispers in a language he didn't understand. But as the hum in the map grew stronger, so did the dreams, evolving into vivid, immersive experiences that blurred the line between the waking world and the realm of slumber. He found himself traversing alien landscapes, vast and desolate plains bathed in the light of crimson suns, colossal structures of impossible geometry that defied gravity and reason, and swarms of entities that defied description. Beings of pure energy and distorted form, entities that seemed to regard him with a mixture of curiosity and disdain. The dreams were not simply random figments of his imagination. They were glimpses into the reality depicted by the map, a window into the hidden dimension that lay just beyond the veil of human perception. He was being shown something, being prepared for something, being initiated into a reality that was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Each dream left him feeling increasingly disoriented, his sense of self dissolving into the cosmic tapestry. His mind stretched to the breaking point. He began to fear sleep, to dread the moment when he would be pulled back into that alien world, forced to witness horrors that no human mind was meant to comprehend. But sleep, like the hum in the map, was unavoidable. an inexorable force that drew him deeper into the abyss. Driven by a mixture of scientific curiosity and growing dread, Thorne began to decipher the map. He spent countless hours poring over the equations and symbols, cross-referencing them with his existing knowledge of astrophysics and quantum mechanics. Slowly, painstakingly, he began to unlock the map's secrets. To understand the underlying principles that governed its alien geometry, it was a language of pure mathematics, a code that transcended human language and culture, a universal tongue spoken by the very fabric of reality. The map, he discovered, was not simply a guide to a hidden dimension, it was a key to unlocking the doors of perception, to breaking down the barriers that separated our reality from the infinite possibilities of the cosmos. It revealed a network of interconnected pathways, a labyrinth of spatial and temporal anomalies that could be navigated with the right knowledge and the right technology. And at the heart of the labyrinth, at the center of the map, lay something else, something that defied all description, something that made his blood run cold, a point of convergence, a nexus of cosmic power, a gateway to something else. He couldn't quite grasp what it was, but he knew, with a certainty that chilled him to the bone, that it was something ancient, something powerful, something hungry. As Thorne delved deeper into the map, the hum intensified, the dreams grew more vivid, and the station itself began to respond. The lights flickered erratically, the temperature fluctuated wildly, and strange noises echoed through the corridors. Whispers and groans that seemed to emanate from the very walls. The station, once a sanctuary of scientific inquiry, was now a haunted house, a vessel possessed by forces beyond human comprehension. Thorne realized that he was not simply studying the map, he was activating it. He was opening a door that should have remained closed, inviting something into our reality that was never meant to be here. He tried to stop, to turn back, but it was too late. The process had begun. The gears were in motion, and there was no turning back. He was trapped, a pawn in a cosmic game played by forces he could barely comprehend. The station was no longer his to control, it was being guided, influenced, manipulated by the power emanating from the map, drawn inexorably towards the point of convergence, towards the gateway to something else. Then came the visions, not dreams this time, but waking hallucinations, moments where the veil between realities seemed to thin, allowing him to glimpse the hidden dimension that lay just beyond. He saw the station surrounded by impossible structures, colossal monuments of alien architecture that dwarfed the ship and stretched into the infinite void. He saw entities moving through these structures, beings of pure energy and distorted form, beings that seemed to regard him with a mixture of curiosity and disdain. He saw the gateway, the point of convergence, the nexus of cosmic power. It was not a physical structure, but a tear in the fabric of reality, a swirling vortex of colors and energies that defied description. And beyond the gateway, he saw something else, something vast, something ancient, something hungry. It was a presence that filled the entire universe, a consciousness that dwarfed all others, a being of unimaginable power and unfathomable intentions. It was the source of the hum, the author of the map, the architect of the dreams. It was the reason for his existence, the purpose of his mission, the culmination of his life's work. He was being summoned, being called to join it, to become one with the cosmic consciousness. But to do so would mean surrendering his individuality, his humanity, his very self. It was a choice between oblivion and something else. As the station drew closer to the point of convergence, Thorne knew he had to act. He couldn't allow this entity to breach our reality, to consume our universe. He had to find a way to close the gateway, to sever the connection, to protect humanity from the cosmic horror that awaited. He knew it was a long shot, a desperate gamble, but he had to try. He activated the station's emergency systems, initiated the self-destruct sequence, and prepared for the final confrontation. The station shuddered violently as it entered the gateway. The laws of physics bending and breaking around him. He saw the hidden dimension in its full glory. A landscape of impossible